Hi everyone, I'm Srinivasan, a fine art photographer and a long distance skater coming from Srirangam, Tiruchirappalli, India. And we have a wonderful guest here, gentleman, Mr. Fabio Gil, who is a wonderful long distance skater and a surfer coming from Brazil, somewhere close to Sao Paulo. Okay, so he insisted to have a translator in this video call, but unfortunately, due to the consideration of confusions and due to the length of the video, I personally requested him and avoided the translator here. So if there is anything going wrong, it's on me. It's my mistake, not Sir's mistake. Sir was very kind to me. And Sarah is going to help me translate the Portuguese version into a proper Word document later. And we will have that as a separate English translated video and through AI. And we'll hear the Portuguese version as it is, as I am speaking in Portuguese completely as a separate video. Okay, so welcome to the interview, sir, to talk about long distance skating.
Saudações do Brasil.
Greetings from Brazil. I am very happy for the invitation I received. Thank you very much. It is truly a pleasure to be here and to be able to collaborate with your work. Without any demagogy, I have been following all your efforts in talking about long-distance skateboarding, the promotion, the videos, the interviews. It has been wonderful. Very good. I thank you for the opportunity. Let's go to the interview.
Yeah.
Sir, could you share how you got into long distance skating? The story.
Na verdade é que eu sou uma
The
pessoa.
truth is that I'm a very restless person. I'm a surfer, and for a long time here we didn't have any waves. A friend who used to surf with me, and one of those days when the weather wasn't so good, said he had a longboard in the trunk of his car, and I embraced that idea. On the days when there were no waves, when the sea was flat, we started skateboarding. We would schedule meetings at night. There was a park where we used to meet, and then that space got smaller and smaller. The idea at first was to surf an endless wave, to simulate surfing on a skateboard, even before the surfskate craze, before the carver craze, but it was a lot of fun. From then on, I met the people from Bossa Boards, the people from LDP Rio, and I was able to buy a LDP 36 skateboard, and that's how it all started. We left the park and accessed the bike path, and the distances were constantly increasing, and we are still there today.
Cool. I love the bike paths and your videos. Your Instagram feed is amazing. Which part of Baixada Santista are we talking about? Which city specifically? I understand it's a large region.
Sim, a Baixada Santista ela é.
Baixada Santista is made up of several cities on the southern coast of Sao Paulo. I'm specifically talking about the city of Praia Grande, but we usually cross over to some cities. The borders between one city and another aren't that far apart. We cross over to 2 or 3 cities when we are skateboarding, but we are specifically talking about Praia Grande, and most of the videos that appear on our Instagram feed are from the city of Praia Grande.
Cool. How is the long distance skating community in Baixada Santista or the place you mentioned? Tell me about group rides and local events.
Por volta, vou resumir pouco.
Around 2013, I met up with a friend at the park and started to extend the route along the bike path and spent a good amount of time alone, without any contact with other people, until some time later I met a guy who was doing the same thing as me. He was trying to find people to skate long distances with, and so we continued from 2015 to 2017. We skated a lot together. It was a really nice time. We had a lot of people in the group. At first, we were just going for walks, but a lot of people came along and it was really fun. In 2017, we founded the Baixada Santista long-distance skateboarding team, and over the last 3 years, the Sao Paulo Skate Federation has been approving long-distance skateboarding competitions here in Brazil. These competitions are held here in parks and go-kart tracks, and it has been really interesting, in addition to the meetups, which people really enjoy participating in. Today, within the group, there is a long-distance skateboarding competition team. I think it's really cool because there are people who like the meeting part, the conversation, the fun, the free time, and there are people who like the competition, the challenge, the conquering of new challenges. This has been wonderful, and since mid-2022, we have been between meetings and competitions.
So, do you follow international long distance skating events like the Dutch Ultraskate, Miami Ultraskate, and Asia Ultraskate? What are your thoughts on Miami Ultraskate 2025?
Ah, eu.
I follow it constantly. I love it. I love watching it. I'm at work and I'm watching it, always with my laptop on, working and seeing the results. I always follow it, especially the one in Miami, which I've been following more, and the Dutch Ultra, I also follow. The one in Singapore a little less, due to the time difference, but I always follow it. Now, the Ultraskate in Miami 2025 was something exceptional. What was done there, what the athletes accomplished there, was really surreal, pushing the body to the limit of its endurance. I usually say that this sport, long-distance skateboarding, is a sport for athletes. Although many of the athletes are only occasional weekend skating runners, it is an elite sport. It demands performance, especially at the Ultraskate 2025 in Miami, which made it very clear that there is no point in arriving a few months before the competition and trying to do something as a way of preparing. It's something that requires physiology, it's something that requires mental control, nutrition and, of course, strengthening. The physical part has to keep up with it. Joe, Lena and the other participants' performance was insane. You saw the results, you have to keep up with them. It's a sport that demands a lot of that. For me, long-distance skateboarding has a lot in common with an Olympic sport. It could very well be featured in the Olympics, because it has its roots in endurance sports. I think it's fantastic. I'm addicted to it. I love watching it.
Awesome. Thank you. Are there any events in your community sanctioned by Skate IDSA? If so, could you share details about them?
Tem.
There have been a few events now, as I said before, in the last 3 years. We have 2 events that are approved by the Sao Paulo Skate Federation. In fact, the last event held in December, at the Speedland kart track in Sao Paulo, we had the illustrious presence of a German skater, who came to compete in the 6-hour ultra skate, where he was crowned champion. I think this is wonderful, because it is attracting the attention of other competitors, of other skaters from outside Brazil. This is only going to grow. It has been wonderful to have this experience with other people, to have competed, and I believe that in the next edition we will have more participants coming from Europe and the United States. But it is really cool. I like it. I try to surpass myself. I usually tell people that you compete against yourself. If you beat yourself every day, you are really evolving. I really like these competitions. In addition to the routine meetings that we have throughout the year, people leave here from Baixada Santista and go to the city of Sao Paulo to meet other skaters. I really like the competition part too, and these 2 competitions mentioned above are part of the Skate IDSA and the Sao Paulo Skate Federation.
Outside of Baixada Santista, who do you admire in the global long distance skating community?
Essa pergunta é difícil.
Ah, that's a tough question. There are great skaters here that I really admire, because of the beauty of their movements. I have Cosmer, from LDP Rio. He has a beautiful pumping technique, he has a plasticity, a beauty in his movements. There's Artur Monteiro, from Rule Skateboard, here in Sao Paulo. He has a more aggressive pumping, but also with beautiful movements. But the truth is that I'm a big fan of Paul Kent. Paul Kent is wonderful. This guy is amazing. He's fun, he's sharp, he's unpredictable. I'm a huge fan of Paul Kent. Those races, adrenaline racing, were fantastic. I watch and rewatch the battles between him and Jeff. It's phenomenal. I love Paul Kent. I'm a real fan. There's also Andrew Andrus, who is a great example in the sport. I'll stick with those few that I really admire. Paul Kent, Jeff Viane, Andrew, Cosmer and Arthur. These are the people who inspire me a lot. When I go skateboarding, I always think about what I saw and see of them.
Awesome. Awesome. Uh, does your community offer any merchandise or products for the global skating audience?
É curiosa essa pergunta porque
This is an interesting question, because at first it was just for the team. At first the idea was just to make a uniform to draw attention and promote the team from Baixada Santista. But given the difficulty of manufacturing here, the costs are high, so I would have to make a larger quantity of caps, t-shirts, stickers. And finally, when we arrived at events, people would say, "Here come the people from Baixada Santista," and they wanted to buy a t-shirt, a windbreaker jacket, a cap, and it ended up working out. We are selling them, not with the intention of making a profit, but for promotion. It has been really cool. I am happy and surprised with the people supporting and buying the material. There are some things that are coming up, but it was totally occasional. It was to serve the team and the people liked it. And here we are with caps, t-shirts, jackets, stickers. It has been amazing.
Thank you. What are your preferred board setups for long distance skating?
a minha preferência
My
por
favorite skateboard setup since 2018 has been drop-down skateboards. The G-bomb pieces, DDR, torsion tail, are the ones I like the most. Ever since I rode my first drop-down skateboard, I always say that when I'm on a top-mount skateboard, I get scared of heights. I really like them. I have a Kobo board skateboard, which is made in Portugal. I met the owner of Kobo Boards, Antonio Teixeira, many years ago. We developed a great friendship, and the opportunity arose for us to form a partnership and jointly develop a skateboard platform for me. This platform bears my name, my signature, FGM model. This is already version 2. Basically, I prefer a drop-down setup. I love the speed vent wheels. I love the torsion tail. I really like to have fun with the seismic spring truck. In the front I use the Euphoria from Don't Trip longboards. The wheels are also seismic, speed vent. This is a setup that I use 90% of the time, and it's what I have the most fun with in videos and competitions.
Nice. Thank you. What apps and devices do you use to track your skating activity?
sim, eu sou
Yes, I have. I'm a nerd. I'm a person who loves numbers. And I always have. I have practically all the records, since 2015, if I'm not mistaken, written down. Not only the distance I covered, but also the weather conditions, what happened that day, the gear I used and any peculiarities along the way. I've written everything down. At first it was Endomondo, but Endomondo doesn't exist anymore, right? So I've been using Strava for a long time, but I'm crazy about numbers. I think this whole thing about the sport is as engaging for me as talking about setups. I think I spend more time talking about gear, setups, adjustments and numbers than I actually do skateboarding. But it's fun. I like it. It's a nerdy sport. There's no denying it.
Thanks for sharing that.
yeah.
Finally, what message would you like to share with the world to help grow visibility for Brazil's long distance skating community?
É, eu fico feliz que
I'm happy to see this growth. For a long time, as I said before, I skateboarded long distances alone, and today I see people who were part of the trajectory, the history of long-distance skateboarding in Baixada Santista. Some of these people are still close to me. I usually say that long-distance skateboarding is a welcoming, receptive, accessible sport, perhaps the most accessible. Some people come with street skateboarding and come to skate, cover a shorter distance, others surpass themselves. It comes with skateboards used in downhill, free ride, and slalom. You just have to show up and join in. There's no age requirement. There are older people, like me, who's already 47 years old. There are younger people, who are 12 years old, who usually skateboard with us too. So I usually say that it's the most accessible sport for those who like to skateboard. It's safe and easy. There are outings and get-togethers that people really enjoy, like hanging out along the beach. You can see this on our Instagram feed, advertising it, but here on the beach in Praia Grande SP, you can see this view. You go out to skate with your mind on your day-to-day life, and you leave your problems and worries behind, and you chat and make friends, and stop to drink a coconut water. Then there are those who like to have a beer and sit down to chat. There are also those who enjoy the competitive atmosphere and participate in the competition events too. The message I leave is to come and be a part of it. You can come with whatever skateboard you have, whatever age you are, there is no prejudice. You can come to participate in the meetings here, or in the meetings we hold together with people from Sao Paulo and other states, or you can come and participate in the competitions. The sport is only growing, and every day I see and am more surprised by the number of participants who have joined long-distance skateboarding here in Brazil. I also hope that we can reach other skateboarders from outside the country, who can look at Brazil, who can come and plan their vacations here, to Brazil, and come and share this scene here with us. It would be wonderful. I am very happy with everything that has happened.
Oh, that's awesome, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for participating in this interview. You have been very kind, and you have helped me a lot in this interview and the conversations we had in Instagram. I totally feel sorry if I had messed up because of not understanding Portuguese, and the words could be misunderstood with when you type, it could be understood different. So forgive me. So you have been very kind. Thank you for doing this interview.
Eu agradeço pela oportunidade.
I thank you again for the opportunity, for the invitation. I feel privileged to be able to share this with you and your viewers. Thank you very much, and I will see you on the road.